Parents are outraged by a school district's decision. The district chose a fancy new bus for the high school sports teams instead of fixing up a playground for the elementary school kids. When News 13's Matt Grubbs asked about it on special assignment, he got a strange lesson in priorities.
Elementary school kids are good at throwing caution to the wind until someone tells them to stop.
The kids were sent with a note home that said the playground is condemned and no one can play on it.
Below all that playground equipment is ground that is too hard. It needs what's called a fall surface, and fall surfaces cost money. Angry parents, like this one we agreed not to identify because of connections to the Chama Valley District, are worried administrators aren't moving fast enough to swing a fix for kids.
They need to burn off steam, and that way they can get back to the classroom and get to work.
They still have time to play. We have equipment out there for them to play with. We have balls. We have other stuff that they can do.
That looks to be true, but a few weeks after the district taped off the playground at the elementary school, this rolled up at the high school, a brand new Lobo logoed activity bus.
It's beautiful. I mean, you can't go wrong. It is beautiful.
And like the playground, Director of Operations Eric Martinez says the bus is a safety issue. The Escalante Lobos make road trips to Cuesta and Taos and Espanola, but they also travel hundreds of miles away to places like Jal and Capitan. Players come home in the dark and soon in the bitter winter. That's cold comfort for our parent.
I was upset seeing that and still have nothing for her kids.
Folks at the district seem to get what this might look like to a parent, especially the parent of a kid who can't use any of this equipment. Because in the dizzying math of how stuff like this gets funded, not just here in Chama, but across the state, sometimes it can seem like things just do not add up.
They feel like that, you bought a bus and you should be able to fix these playgrounds.
I know there's a lot of needs everywhere throughout the district, but there needs to be priority.
In a shining example of really bad timing, the district ordered the new activity bus way back in January, well before the playground closure and before the district knew it would have a money problem. The playground fix was no secret. In fact, the district asked voters for money to do that through a bond issue last March. It would have also brought money to spruce up the football field, currently home to the Lobos and a prairie dog colony. There was also supposed to be money for a new gym to handle the legendary northern New Mexico basketball crowds.
Once you pass the bond and you sell the bonds, you can address those issues immediately.
Okay.
And so that's the benefit of having the bond.
It was a close call last time.
It was 5 votes.
When the bond didn't pass, the district had to go back to fixing things one at a time. That to-do list has included everything from faulty fire alarms to leaky roofs. There are plans to ask voters for the money once again next year, but the playground will have to wait at least that long. Too long for our parent.
There are so many ways that we can get the money to fix our playground, and that's all I want.
On special assignment, Matt Grubbs, KRQE News 13.
The school district has asked the state public education department for emergency funding, but there's no money available. If you head over to KRQE.com, you will find more pics and more info. You can also check the repair needs of a school that's important to you.